Hello friends, and welcome back to another Metroidvania map announcement video. This one is for Doomblade, but before we begin, a reminder! If you want to see the maps that I have created, of which there are quite a number these days, you can go to www.demajen.co.uk, where you will find my complete repository of all of the games that I have made maps for, complete with links to the Google Drive folder where you will find them. Also, in certain cases, links to my coffee.com shop where you could even purchase or support, up to you, a higher resolution version of the map. Not higher quality, just higher resolution. Click on them, it'll take you through to whatever page you require. All of the maps will be there. There'll also usually these days be a changelog of some kind where you can stay up to date with the specific map and the changes that I've made to it. If you want to support me, you can go to my coffee.com page, coffee.com/Demajen, where you can drop me a one-time donation. You could even subscribe if you wanted to. I'm not entirely sure why you do that, but you do you. And it's basically where you can go to get the absolute best and most up-to-date information as to what I'm playing Metroidvania-wise and what I am creating. But as I said, today we are taking a look at Doomblade. Here we go. The Doomblade map. Doomblade is a really fun game. Once you get past the initial controls barrier, and there is a controls barrier, and I don't think there's any way around the controls barrier just because of the very nature of the game. The one thing that I will recommend is that you play with the mouse and keyboard. I cannot say I have ever made that recommendation for a Metroidvania game before, but now I have, because after the first hour and a half maybe of playing Doomblade, I swapped over to mouse and keyboard and I did not look back. So this is the map of Doomblade. It's not a huge game in comparison to some of the ones that I've played recently, like After Image, though to be fair, not a lot is as huge as After Image. You're looking at probably 10 to 12 hours to 100% this game without this map. That's what it took me. It took me close to 12 hours. With the map, obviously you've got all of the things that you are looking for marked on. Specifically, the things that I struggled to find towards the end of the game were the heart pieces and the Gloomsouls. There's no indication in-game as to where the heart pieces or anything, actually. There's no map markers or anything currently, though I believe the devs are looking into that. But the Gloomsouls are released towards the end of the game, probably the last fifth or so of the game, and they disappear off into the corner of the screen, but there's no indication of, well, actually, where have they gone? So a chunk of the time I spent playing the game and putting the map together was actually just finding them. And of course, now I've done that, they're all marked on here for you. They're even numbered. One of them, this one here, is in the void. Likewise, there's a couple of heart pieces that, well, in fact, there's 4 heart pieces that are in the void as well. I've made the ones in the void a little bit wibbly so that you can tell them apart. They've actually also got a slightly greater glow, but everything is labeled for that. Let's take an actual closer look at kind of the things that you can expect on this, because it's a reasonably busy map, and looking back, maybe I would have made the background a little bit bigger than I did. It's already a chunk bigger than it was, but benefits of hindsight. So we start the game off here in Gloomhorns. You'll notice there's actually a Gloomsoul in the very opening room of the game. You can go left at the start to find a thing, so that makes it a good Metroidvania game, and it is a good Metroidvania game anyway. But the things that you can expect to see marked on here are as follows. First of all, these little things here are currency containers. They're marked on here because there is an achievement for finding them all. Things outlined in red that have got labels and numbers are pieces of what we call dread propaganda. There are testaments, there are commandments, there are vilifiers, there are effigies, and somewhere there are scythes. There are 5 different types for a total of 20, and you can come to this room here and burn them all for collectible rewards. The statues that are lined in red are grim edicts from the dreadlords who have taken over this place. Why are they marked on here? Because there's an achievement for reading them all. Likewise, things are marked in blue. These are also kind of giant stones with things on, but you can't read those until you have collected the Mother Tongue ability. Once you do that, you can go and you can read them all. Certain ones, if you read them, open up caves nearby, and I've made a note of the ones with caves. Why do you want to go and read these? Because there's an achievement for reading them all. You see where this is going, can't you? But everything else that you might want is on there. All of the shops are on there where you can, and it tells you what you can buy from them. The Atlas pages, I thought originally were maps to help you unlock the map. They are not. They are little lore pages in the Atlas page in your inventory or menus, essentially, where you can read a little bit about each of the various locations in the game. Puzzle pieces or key items have got that green border that I tend to do. Rune fragments, which are used to upgrade the power of your weapon. There are 6 of those in the game. Collect them all for an achievement. I've got those in a kind of weird tealy, turquoisey, light greeny colour. Just because I wanted them to stand out a little bit more. Shroom wine and shroom juice. Shroom juice is blue, shroom wine is green. The blue stuff makes it so that your Doom drop ability, which is basically a ground smash, it doesn't require as much energy and it recharges faster. Shroom wine works on Wicked Wind, which is the kind of reverse version, the Griffin wing almost. Both of those abilities are what is used to break through these little wibbly eye tentacle barrier things. Everything that you could want is marked on this map. There are a couple of teeny tiny differences between this version of the map and the actual game. The Sovereign Citadel and the Onion Gauntlet are technically part of the larger New Wildwood or Paradise Wells, but they are separately named areas. And whilst it doesn't really make any difference whatsoever to your understanding of the actual game world, I thought I'd actually change the colours ever so slightly. There's really no reason to do that, and realistically, it might actually confuse people as to why they're slightly different on my map than what they are in game. So do please forgive me for that. Purple blocks are kind of weird black tendrily shadowy barrier things which you can destroy with the Grim Ripper. And the one other thing that probably needs explaining is the unit. The unit is a giant spore plant, a little bit like Mr. Mushroom in Hollow Knight, to the extent that actually, if you find all the Mr. Mushroom locations in Hollow Knight, you get a special ending after the credits. It's the same with the unit as well. The unit, once you find him here in the Molded Mines, gives you the spore, and he would like you to spread his spores everywhere. There are 4 places I think you can go to spread the unit spores, and it tells you here where they are. So you can plant the unit here above the locksmith. You can plant the unit here after a cool little puzzle. You can't get to this until later in the game once you've got Wicked Wind. You can plant the unit up here above this statue. Again, you can't get to that until you have got Wicked Wind. You can plant the unit here beyond the poison chamber, which you need the Grublin Lung in order to access. And you can plant the unit here, again, which you can't access until you've got Wicked Wind. You plant all 5, the unit spreads, the unit takes over the world. And he does, with a cutscene at the end of the credits that you can't skip currently. I've left some feedback about that. So, the only other things that I can think of that I've marked, there's a couple of doors where you specifically need Thundermancy to get through. That's one of the first abilities that you get in the game. I've tried to mark on an awful lot of the achievements that you can get. Pretty much every kind of gauntlet or boss fight has its own achievements, so they are all marked on there as well. And there are some notes about how to get the 4 specific achievements to do with the end of the game. I would read those because the 2 of them are missable. You have to do them in a specific... You can do them all in one playthrough, only if you do them in a certain order. The instructions are there for you. Oh, and the green areas that I've added to the map are for poison areas. There are, as always these days, 2 versions of the map available. There is the Google Drive version, completely free, in the Google Drive, linked down in the description and pinned comment below. Also available if you click on the link at demajen.co.uk. There's also a larger but no less high quality version of the map available in the coffee.com shop. It's £1.50, I think. Don't know what that is in dollars. It's £1.50 because PayPal takes 50 pence straight away. So for every map purchase, I basically get a quid. I think it's slightly over. I think it's £1.04 or something. Just to, if you want to support me. But as I said, you know, I'm sticking with my policy of all maps have free versions available. Enjoy Doomblade. I did. I think it's a really good game. It's not super expensive. In fact, if you go on a metric of a quid per hour, assuming you don't use the map to find where everything is nice and quickly, it's really good value for money. If you do use the map, I mean, there are speedrun achievements for completing the game in, I think it's 3 hours and 6 hours or something like that. So it is doable. You can get through it very, very quickly if you just sprint to the end. But if you want your 100% achievements, it'll take you a while. And this will probably help you find those last few heart pieces, because they took a while. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the support. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Hope the explanation has proven useful. Do enjoy Doomblade. Let me know what you think of the map. Any comments? Any issues? There shouldn't be. I think the devs have actually confirmed that it all works exactly as it should do. Let me know what you think down below. I'll catch you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay fabulous. Bye. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.